You may be seated. Today we will hear the case of colonists versus King George III of Britain.
The charges are taking away freedoms, destroying self-government, and taxing the colonists without representation.
Ladies and gentlemen, King George taxed us without giving us a voice, closed our harbor, and sent soldiers to watch over us. We will prove he took away the colonists' freedoms.
The colonies were a part of Great Britain. The king kept peace, provided them in war, and expected fair obedience. We will prove King George acted responsibly.
Very well. Let's hear the evidence. Prosecution, call your first witness.
Daughters of Liberty, you may take the stand.
Please tell the court your name.
I'm Abigail, a proud daughter of Liberty.
Abigail, why did your group start making your own cloth and tea?
Because King George taxed everything we bought. No taxation without representation means we shouldn't pay taxes if we have no say in the government.
Did you feel the king treated the colonists fairly?
Not one bit. He destroyed our independence.
Miss Abigail, didn't the king protect the colonies during the French and Indian War?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he owns our voices.
Please state your name for the court.
My name is Elizabeth, also a daughter of Liberty.
Elizabeth, how did King George's laws affect you and your community?
His taxes made it hard for families to afford everyday goods. We had to spin our own cloth and brew our own tea just to survive.
What does no taxation without representation mean to you?
It means we should not be forced to pay taxes when we do not have a voice in the government that makes them. That's not freedom, that's control.
What do you say King George supported or destroyed the colonists' independence?
He destroyed it. Instead of listening to us, he punished us. We may be loyal subjects, but we need to be heard.
Miss Elizabeth, wasn't the king just trying to make sure trade was fair between Britain and the colonies?
Fair trade doesn't mean unfair treatment. We were treated like servants, not citizens.
Calling Fisherman Jerry.
Mr. Jerry, please take the stand.
Aye, Your Honor.
Please tell the court what happened when Boston Harbor was closed.
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I lost my job. I couldn't fish, couldn't sell fish, couldn't even smell fish. Well, except my boots. The harbor was our life, and the king just slammed the door on it like we were naughty children.
And how did that make you feel as a colonist?
Angry, furious, fishless, punishing all the Boston because of a few men dumped tea? That's not fair. If someone spills my tea in my house, I don't shut down the whole kitchen. Mr. Jerry, didn't the king close the harbor only until the tea was paid for? Maybe so, but my children can't wait to eat until the king's piggy bank feels better. They get hungry every day. Sometimes twice a day. But the king meant to restore order, didn't he? Order? Sir, everything was falling apart for me. No fish to sell, no fish to eat.
The next witness is Thomas Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson, how did King George destroy self-government?
He took away our right to make local laws and rule from across the ocean.
Did the colonists have a voice in Parliament?
Not a single one, yet we were taxed as if we did.
Mr. Jefferson, isn't it true the colonies were still a part of Great Britain?
True, but we believed government should come from the consent of governed, not royal command.
Calling British soldiers.
At ease, soldier. This is a courtroom, not a parade.
All right, sorry. Soldier, why were British troops sent to colonies?
To protect the colonists from danger. The king wanted peace, and maybe also fewer tea parties than involved throwing tea into water.
Did the king send you to scare the colonies?
Scare them? No. Honestly, they scared us. Have you ever seen an angry mob with pitchforks? Terrifying.
So you were just trying to follow orders?
Yes, sir. I follow orders. If someone tells me stand still, I stand still. If someone tells me don't blink, I don't. Well, I try.
Pick that up, soldier.
Did colonists ask you to be there?
Not exactly. They actually asked us to leave many times.
Did you live in colonist homes?
Only when the king made us, and after the colonies slammed the door in our faces. One lady made me sleep next to a goat. The goat snored.
So you admit the soldiers were unwanted?
Oh, absolutely. We were about as welcome as skunks at a garden party.
Soldier, what was your job in the colonies?
We were supposed to keep order. But honestly, half of my job was explaining that red wool uniforms are very itchy.
Did the king intend to harm the colonists?
No, he said, go keep things calm. He never said, go make everyone mad. Just that happened.
Were you trying to help?
Absolutely. I helped Miss Jenkins carry her groceries once. She still yelled at me, but softly.
Defense, you may call your witness.
Your Majesty's mother, what kind of person is your son?
Oh, my Georgie? He's a lovely boy. Kind, loyal, works very hard. He's always cleaned his room when I reminded him 12 times.
So he never meant to hurt anyone?
Of course not. He just wanted to keep peace in the colonies. And maybe keep his fancy tea money too.
Did he ever visit or speak with the colonists about their concerns?
Well, no. But in his defense, ships take a very long time. Sea travel is terrible for his hair.
So he ruled from afar without listening?
He tried. He said he was going to write them a letter. I told him, George, don't forget. And he said, Mother, I won't. Well, maybe he forgot.
So he ignored the colonists?
Oh, fine. He was busy running an empire. You try raising a king. He never cleans up after his royal dogs either. And he still doesn't listen to his mother.
Please tell the court your name.
My name is Benjamin Franklin, inventor, writer, and representative of the colonies.
Mr. Franklin, you once traveled to England to speak with King George, right? Correct?
Yes, I went to plead with Parliament and the King to treat the colonies more fairly. I believe we could solve our problems peacefully.
And how did the king respond to your request?
He refused to listen. Instead, he added even more taxes and sent more soldiers to watch over the colonies. I felt deeply disappointed.
What do you think about the way the king has treated the colonists?
The colonies wanted respect, not rebellion. But when a ruler ignores his people, he pushes them towards independence.
So you believe King George is guilty of mistreating the colonies?
Without a doubt, a good leader listens, a tyrant silences.
Mr. Franklin, didn't you once work for the king and support his rule?
I did because I hoped he would be fair, but I cannot support a king who punishes his people for wanting liberty.
General Washington, how did the king's decision affect the colonies?
He sent troops into our towns and acted like we could not handle our own affairs.
Do you believe the colonists had a right to make their own decisions?
Absolutely. We're not children to be ruled from afar.
And yet, didn't those soldiers keep order when colonists began to riot?
Order or control, there's a difference.
The court calls King George III.
King George, do you promise to tell the truth?
I suppose so, though I prefer telling royal truths.
Your Majesty, did you ever visit the colonies to hear their concerns?
Visit? Have you seen the ocean? It's very splashy.
Did you close Boston Harbor?
Only a little. They threw perfectly good tea into the water. Did you know how much tea cost? My accountant nearly fainted.
Did you send soldiers to patrol the streets?
I thought they'd make good neighbors. They're very friendly, mostly. Sometimes, well, occasionally.
And did you make the colonists house those soldiers?
Supposed to sleep. The place was full of dogs and cousins.
So you taxed them, ignored them, punished them, and forced them to house strangers?
When you say that all together like that, it sounds unfortunate.
Your Majesty, the colonists claimed you treated them unfairly. Why did you tax them?
Well, wars are expensive. Someone had to pay for all those cannons and fancy red coats. And the colonists used the coats more than we did.
Why didn't you let them have representation in Parliament?
It was very far away. And the chairs in Parliament were already quite full. Plus, the colonies talked a lot. It would have taken forever.
Did you ever mean to take away their freedoms?
Absolutely not. I just wanted everyone to follow the rules. And when I mean rules, I mean my rules. Isn't that what kings do?
You have heard the evidence. Did King George act as a fair ruler, or did he take away the colonists' freedoms?
King George taxed the colonies without representation, punished innocent people, and took away their freedom to govern themselves. The colonists tried to reason, but he ignored them. Justice must be served.
King George did what any leader would do. He protected his people, expected fairness, and tried to keep peace. The colonies were a part of Britain. They should have followed the laws.
King George, do you have anything else to say in your defense?
Yes. I'm sorry I panicked. Running an empire is hard, and everyone keeps shouting, "Your Majesty, do this, do that." No one else listens to the king either.
Members of the jury, you may now deliberate to reach your verdict.
Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! King George said he ruled fairly, hey, hey. But people might say he ruled unfairly, unkind and rude. Hey, hey! First the Stamp Act, he forced the colonists to pay for stamps on paper, even newspapers, letters and cards. Then the Tea Act, he taxed the colonists on tea, even if they didn't want to buy it. They had to buy it. What did he do? He taxed them without a vote. No taxation without representation. He was unfair, unkind, and he overtaxed. After that he caused the Quartering Act. Soldiers sleeping in their homes. No permission, no choice made. British soldiers forced into colonists' homes. Now court is in session, here we go! Calling out the wrong from the right, step right up, the truth is here! King George, speak loud and clear!
The jury finds King George guilty.
Freedom wins, Your Majesty.